You can take a picture. I just realized I'm about to do what they say you should never do, and that is go swimming right after you've eaten, because you'll sink. Shut up! Stop telling everyone. It's been my thumbnail. New mod for my SeaDoo? No way! What's up guys, welcome back to another episode. As you've seen by the title, I have done my first modification to my 2023 SeaDoo Explorer Pro. This is the adventure model. This is the one that has all of the storage on the back. It's the crazy one with the windscreen. It's awesome, I love it. But there was one thing that bothered me about my Fish Pro and about this, and that was anytime I wanted to anchor the ski, I didn't have any way to do it without getting wet. Now, let me show you on the Fish Pro. What I used to do was tie off to this cleat right here, and then this would basically hold the anchor line and this would hold the ski in place. However, it's not ideal because A, this is plastic, so this is made more just for docking rather than for, you know, actually holding the ski in rough waters. And also, when you anchor a ski or a boat, you want the anchor on the front because that way, as the tide changes, the ski will basically orientate itself so that the hull is cutting into the waves or into the current, and that way it rides the best. Because if you anchor it from the back and a big wave comes in, obviously the back remains pretty stationary, and then you run the risk of water washing in, filling up your footwells and making the ski unstable. Now, you can fill these all the way to the top and it won't tip because they are such a stable hull, but nevertheless, I don't want that. I want to be able to anchor from the front. So if you want to do that, then you have to get wet because there's no way that you can reach the front of the ski while you're up there. So I got clever and I designed my own system. So let me just run you through the basic principle of it, and then we can get out and actually test it out and go out in the ocean. But essentially what I've done is I've taken from this front D-ring here, which is used for securing the ski on the trailer, I have taken this, which is this awesome nylon, or I forget what it's made from, I'll put it on the screen, but this will hold 5,400 pounds. I mean, it is absolutely insane how such a small little bit of line will hold so much weight. I have it looped through here so that it's permanently attached. And then up here on the other end, I've had Joe, my buddy at West Marine, rig me up with this clip. But this is one of the issues that I found, is that clipping it onto here is a bit of a pain to try and get it off. So what I did was I ordered one of these brackets, which is made for mounting lights onto cars with like front bull bars or roll cages or whatever. And now this will clip very easily on there. The line is just underneath. Now this clip as well is rated for well over 1,200 pounds. This ski fully loaded weighs in and around 800 to 850 pounds. So everything on here is massively over-engineered for what I need. Obviously I want to make sure that if there is any inclement weather and I've got the anchor down, that it's not going to break on me. The other nice thing about this system is that I'm able to carry my anchor with me all the time in this little link cubby box here. I'll show you the anchor in a minute. It's actually really cool, very lightweight, but will hold a ski like this just right. And most importantly, hopefully, I won't lose this one. If you haven't seen the episode where I went to the hidden pool, tried to anchor up and then swim in, go and watch it. In fact, I'll just put the clip in here and I'll save you the searching, and you can revel in my embarrassment of the fact that yes, I did indeed lose my first anchor because it fell in the water with nothing attached to it. Do you think we need both lengths of chain? Should we put it all down? As much as I've got?
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Uh-oh. Dude. You're never gonna believe what. I shit you not. I shit you not. I was pulling this and it just went bloop, bloop.
Did he bring the other anchor?
No. So there you go. With that embarrassment, I had to come up with a solution that had fail safes. And so I think what I've come up with is pretty cool. Anyway, let's get this in the water. We'll get out there and I have a breakfast burrito that needs to be eaten. So we'll find somewhere to anchor up out in the ocean and enjoy this glorious day and see if my contraption actually works. So yeah, look, you see this? This is the one that we use for obviously putting it on the trailer. And then I just have this looped over. So this is permanently attached. Now this will drag in the water at low speed, but once you get going and you're on plane, the whole nose is lifted up. So this basically just like flaps around. So it really doesn't matter. And even if it is in the water, it still doesn't matter. This stuff will last forever. I always feel guilty. My little Fish Pro just comes down, thinks it's going in and then doesn't get to come out. So one of the things that I want to do next year is do a ton more collaborations with people. So let me know in the comments, tag your favorite YouTuber who you think I should do collabs with, bring them out, let them ride that ski, go out on adventures, that kind of stuff. So I think that'd be really, really cool. And yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on who you think would also enjoy it. So tag them below in the comments. So I also just installed this, which is my new dash cam, I guess, and we'll see how well it works, because you are behind the windscreen. Here's the windscreen, so you're behind that. So I'm hoping that when I'm actually riding, you'll maybe hear better audio because the wind shouldn't be whistling through. Now, who knows? We are talking about GoPros here, so it may not be, but I think it should be quite good, because you'll see me up here riding around. Well, this will be up here like this. Yeah, I like it. You guys have Super, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
$93.92. But it was all the way empty, so that's 15 gallons. So capacity of these is about 15 gallons. Righty, let's go see the seals. Oh, it's so flat. It is so flat. How you guys doing? You're so cute. I love you all so much. Seriously, you are too cute. No, don't jump off, don't jump off. Ah, well, you were wet anyway. Oh, he got pushed off. I'll see you later. I love you. There's Garibaldi. Oh my goodness, it's so clear. All right, I think this will do. There is a nice big sandy patch beneath me. Beautiful, look, we're right here, right next to the shore. And the water is so clear. I haven't seen it this clear in a long time. So let me show you the three main components of this system. So you've seen the permanent line that's attached to the front D-ring that comes up and it clips onto that bracket on the front of the grab rails. Well, the next thing obviously is the anchor. So I am using this W anchor because that's what I am, because I lost my other one. So this is a plow style anchor, really nice and lightweight, fits in that box perfectly and will hold this ski. Attached to that, I have 10 feet of chain, and then attached to that, I have 50 feet of anchor line. So basically what I do is I take the line from the front and I clip that to my anchor line. Then I also clip this neon yellow recovery line to the anchor line as well. And then what that allows me to do is when the anchor is deployed, and let's say that it's gone all the way out in front, I can still reach this line, and so at no point do I ever have to go in the water. I can just pull on this, and that will allow me then to recover my anchor, pull it up by hand, put it back in the box, clip my permanent line back to the front, and I'm good. I know I said that I did this because I didn't want to get wet, but seeing how clear the water is, and also for science, right? Because I need to make sure that the anchor is set right, I might jump in. It's chilly, but I think I might do it. So step one is going to be attaching our recovery line to our permanent line. Okay, so now I can sit back here and I know that I'm good. Just for safety, I'm going to loop it back through itself and put it on here. All right, so our next step, again, just so that I can't lose it, is I'm going to take this end of the anchor and I'm going to clip it to my permanent line. Now my anchor is secure, so I can let this go and I know that my anchor will not disappear on me. All right, so we've got a nice little sandy bit beneath us. So anchor's away. So I'm going to pull this until I can kind of feel some tension. Then I'm going to make a knot in this, and that is what I'm going to clip to. So that is what is going to set my line. Clip that over there, and now I'm good. I'm set. I actually had this rigged to be the right length so that it wouldn't get tight at any point, no matter where the anchor was deployed, and I can clip it onto this front bit here. So that's what I'm going to do. And now all I have to do is reach down, grab that, and then I can retrieve my anchor. And this is the only bit that I need to think about now, is there a way that I can neatly package this extra anchor line when the anchor is deployed? Right now, it's just obviously excess. I could let it dangle, but I don't particularly want to. So I'll just tidy it up and then put it into a little bit of a knot. And then that way it'll just kind of float around and hopefully won't get tangled up on anything. Like so. And then we can just throw that out. All right, where's my brekkie? I'm being flanked by seagulls now because I threw in a tiny bit of tortilla for the fish. Shut up! Stop telling everyone. My reference point at the moment is I'm sort of in line with that rock over there, and I'm in line with the end of this white house. I've got a decent amount of anchor line down, so I imagine that I'll probably move a little bit just until it pulls tight, but for now, it's doing a good job. There's a little seal over there just kind of hanging out on the kelp. I just heard him come up and take a little breath. His nose is right there. Come here, bud. I got some breakfast burrito I'll share with you. I just realized I'm about to do what they say you should never do, and that is go swimming right after you've eaten, because you'll sink. Well, I don't have my weight belt, to be fair, and it's, I don't know, probably like 20-something feet deep, and I've only got my little scuba diving fins. I don't have my free diving fins, so I need all the help I can get to the bottom. It doesn't look like we've moved anywhere in the time it's taken me to power down that burrito, but yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. Look how flat it is. It is gorgeous, mate. Bloody gorgeous. Ooh, that's chilly. Oh, here we go, ready? Put it on my mouth. 1, 2, 3. Oh, chilly. But I tell you what, this visibility is amazing. All right, so let's just get our breath. Doing my thumbnail. What? New mod for my SeaDoo? No way! Yeah, so I can see from the surface, all of your chain is what keeps you in place. Like right now, the anchor actually isn't set. It's resting on the top of the sand. So if the ski pulled it, it would end up getting to the point where it got set in the sand. But right now, it is just the weight of that 10 feet of chain that's keeping this in place. Okay, so as you can see, the anchor itself was just lying on the sand. So right now it is just the chain that's doing all the work, which is pretty cool. Now what I could do is I could back up the ski just a little bit, which would then pull the anchor into the sand and get it properly lodged, but I don't need to. Let's go pop back down and see the fishes. So these buoys that I have to dodge through here, they're actually lobster traps. I can see one down there. Luckily, there's nothing in it. It looks so good. So to get out of the water on these SeaDoos, super easy. You actually have this step here. And so all you do is you pull the step down, put your knee on it, and you're good to go. Actually, while I'm here, let's have a look underneath and see if we've sucked up any grass or anything. Normally when I get back to the launch ramp, there's a little bit of seagrass stuck in the intake. Nothing to cause any concern, and most of the time it just gets chopped up, but since we're in the water, we may as well take a look. Oh, another thing while we're here, you know I always talk about riding with dolphins and how SeaDoos are great because there's nothing that can really hurt them. The jet's on the back and then the bottom's flat. Take a look and you'll see what I mean. Now, am I scared there's great white sharks out here? 100%, yeah, I'm absolutely shitting it, but you know, you just gotta jump in and do it anyway. The chances of them being all the way in this shallow, very, very slim, and hopefully they'll be more interested in trying to find a seal than me. He says, looking underneath to make sure. you want to come down and see a Garibaldi? These are the state fish of California. They're like a big orange, they kind of look like a goldfish, but just bigger. There's one down here, good to see it. So yeah, step goes down, knee goes on it, and then you're up. Ooh. God, feels so good. I really should do this more. I don't get in the water enough. And now that I've got the anchor, I'm gonna do it. Definitely just fell back in. What an absolute idiot. Oh God, that feels so good. And if you're wondering what watch I wear on these Sendy Sens, so this is my Panzera, this is their Swiss-made chronograph. This thing has gone absolutely everywhere with me on all my adventures and is still going strong. I absolutely love it. So I'll put a link in the description to this. If you use code SWORDS, then you actually get a free strap with any purchase of Panzera watches, and they'll give you an extended warranty above and beyond their regular one. I mean, really, it's not gonna go wrong because I've put this thing through hell. I actually fell off, I'll put a picture in here. I fell off an e-bike and I smashed this on the ground so hard, and literally there's like a couple of tiny scratches and it's still going strong. So you're not going to need the warranty, but you get an extended one anyway. So yeah, go check them out, Panzera watches. I will link them all in the description below. Go snag yourself a nice little sexy timepiece. So handlebars go up, so they're out of the way. I can now reach down here. Actually, what I like to do is step down into this footwell like this, and then I can actually kneel and still no water comes over the side. I can grab my recovery rope like so, and all I need to do is just pull on this. I'm just going to unclip the line here, and my anchor still is connected. All I've done is I've unclipped this loop, which is what set the length of my line. So this is the chain that's been basically doing all the work. Here is W anchor, back, safe. So I'm going to take the end of the anchor chain, so this is my backup obviously, unclip that. Now my recovery thing is still attached, so I can let that go, and that's safe. And then last piece of the puzzle, we're going to take our safety line, unclip it, pull back our permanent line, throw this in there, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is Adam Swords' W anchor setup with fail-safe to stop you from losing it again. And it all goes into this nice little link box. Guys, I think I did good. That worked absolutely brilliant. Obviously, it's very calm today, so you basically don't really need an anchor, but still, proof of concept works. I will try it out in some slightly more surgy conditions just to be extra safe, but I think I did it. I think that worked. All right, there is a Duffy out here, and I know it's very flat, so they'll be fine, but it always makes me laugh when I see them come out here because they're not built for the open ocean. They're little electric boats with like tiny little propellers, but these guys are doing it. You guys are brave. I will, just call me. Making a video? I make YouTube videos. I mean, that's up to you. I'm not gonna give you. No, God no. This is a Duffy, right? Yeah, okay.
This is our first time coming out here because there's something wrong.
Right, yeah. I mean,
It looked like a policeman or something.
I know.
Harbor Patrol.
I know, right?
I should take a picture of you.
You can take a picture. The thing is, it can change quick, and you don't want to be caught out there.
Yeah.
So.
We were on the midst of turning around.
Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend Laguna.
We were wondering what all the buoys meant.
They're lobster pots.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So I was going to say, do you have a radio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cell phone.
You have cell phones. All right, just be safe.
Anyway.
Be sensible. See you later, girls. I will. Oh, some of you guys asked me why my thumbs are always hanging out of my gloves. I cut a little slit in them so that I can use my phone still. And then I can like pop them back in when I'm riding. So yeah, if you ever see me and my thumbs are just hanging out, that's why. There's these little slits that I put in. All right, let's have some fun. Let's go sport mode, increase performance, ask passengers to hold on. To have fun and throw these SeaDoos around, you can do it on the big boys as well. No way, can you see that little seal just right there? Look, he's so cute. I didn't even realize seals went on there. I thought it was just all the birds. Look where I live, guys. Is this not wild? It's wild to me, and I've lived here for 3 years now. I've been 6 years in the US, but it's still wild that this is where I live. Being creative comes in many different forms. I could never draw or paint, so I learned how to use a camera. I also love to solve problems, so building this anchor setup was a fun way to flex that creative muscle. We all have it inside of us, you just have to discover where your talent lies and then nurture it. So use this as your sign to start that project you've been putting off, or learn that instrument you wish you could play. We're built to be challenged, so make sure you're always learning and getting out of your comfort zone. So we're out of the water, I've just rinsed everything off, flushed everything out, but I wanted to show you before we go the anchor setup, but here on dry land, because it might have been a little bit difficult to understand exactly what I was doing in the ocean. So basically, we start at this end, all right? So we have the W anchor, and that is going to take us to our 10 feet of chain that is attached to our anchor line. Now, the anchor line gets clipped on using a knot which is set to the correct length. So once I know that my anchor's down, my chain is down, I see how much line I need, and then I tie a knot. That then gets clipped onto this main fixed line that is always attached to the bow. Then the other side of the anchor is also attached. So this is kind of my fail safe. So in case this comes off or whatever, this is what will protect me, and this is connected to the full 50 feet. So when I'm not using all 50 feet, this just ends up kind of floating at the end of the main line like this. Then the most important part is this recovery line. So this recovery line is what allows me to bring it back, and this is always clipped up here. If I lose this, I have to get wet. So this is the most important part of this entire puzzle. And essentially all I do, because this is going to be out in front, so this is where this would be the furthest possible away from me. Now obviously if this moved to here and was right here, I could still pull it up. But in this instance, we're going to say that this is deployed, it's all the way out, it's as far away from the boat as it can possibly go. You can see that we've got plenty of slack in this recovery line, so this really doesn't have to take any strain at all. All this is used for is when I'm sat up here, I can reach down, I can pull, and that is going to bring it up to me like so, where I can then grab all of this, and then I can unclip everything that I need to unclip. But otherwise it's just floating in the water. So that's it, that is the setup. It's pretty basic. It's comprised of 3 main parts: your recovery line, your anchor line, chain and anchor, and then obviously your permanent fixed line. So I'm pretty stoked with how that turned out, honestly. This was like the very first iteration of it. I thought I might have to change lengths of things, but it seems like everything is perfect. So yeah, very stoked with that setup. Definitely be using it more to get in the water. Obviously we're in winter right now, so it is a little bit chilly, but next summer we are going to do as many sends as we can, get in the water as much as we can. And obviously if I go to the rivers and lakes, they're much more shallow, and that means that something like this is going to come in very handy, especially if I want to stop myself on a flowing river. So yeah, super stoked. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you go check out Panzera watches. I'll link them in the description. And also make sure your notifications are turned on, because my last few videos, it doesn't seem like all of you have been getting notified that they've gone out. So please make sure notifications are turned on so you do not miss a thing, and we can all share these magical adventures together. All right guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya.